Hello, Mirantha.
Hi, Mirantha. How is she?
How are you?
I'm very good. Behaving myself, sort of. Kind of,
What?
not.
Oh, yeah,
Trying to
bullshit.
behave myself, not
I
going to
don't know
happen.
if we, I don't know if we can we? Hey,
Um,
Tina, how are you? Hi, Penny. How's your day been? Oh, how are you feeling this morning, by the way?
Penny
No,
or me.
you.
Bright as a button. I haven't eaten either, so I'm going to be pumping.
Well, I've
Said to
had
myself,
breakfast.
no food before, because the energy goes hard and fast then. So I like to
Yes,
go in without anything in my tummy, except for
yes.
coffee. Just find it's better for me. I don't drop out as quick if I don't eat. I find it's easier for me to get in there, stay there. Otherwise, if
Yep.
I'm not careful with when I go into meditation, I go for so long that sometimes I have heard myself going, having a little snort.
Oh,
That's
no.
because I've eaten. That's my fault because I've had a big piggy. Hey. Yeah, I think I shared out. I did all that. Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Tina. Please
Thank
share out,
you.
everybody, if you want. And don't forget, guys, that begin with preceding this meditation. I just want everybody to go and get their earphones. Wear
Mm.
mine. Just get your earphones because it will be good for you. It will kind of allow you to sink into the meditation a little bit more. So just go find yourself a comfortable space while we're talking for the first couple of minutes, right? And please don't forget to like the live at the top there. And if you want to send through a donation, let us know, and I will send some of it to Mirantha, and the rest will go to my anti-child trafficking fund. If not, that's okay as well. We're not here for that today. We're here to help quieten down the minds and take you on a small journey.
Or large journeys.
This is what Miranda is going to do. So she's basically in charge of this. She will be leading this meditation. You'll hear my voice occasionally, and hopefully the two of us won't talk over the top of each other because I don't know.
No, I'll be
We
listening.
do that
I'll be listening.
sometimes.
Yeah, we keep cutting out the sound if we do. So that says how
Yes.
strong and powerful we really are. No, we
Yeah.
do. It keeps cutting either. So we're going to go in between. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. And again, don't forget to share out and like all that jazz. So today, Caroline will be explaining some. I will be explaining some of what we're going to do. It is actually a meditation, but it's going to be led in very simply. It's not going to be complicated. So for anyone here who's unsure, if they've not used to doing meditation or not used to getting into where we're going to go into and it feels a bit unfamiliar, don't
Yeah.
worry. You are more
Protected.
welcome. You're protected, but you're more than welcome just to take your time. This is not about you following in a way that you don't understand. Just let go, sit in a quiet place. We're going to help you quieten your mind, quieten your body, etc., so that you can just enjoy the experience. So therefore, if you've not even done meditation before, this is not about you having to know how to meditate. This is more just about you being with us all and enjoying the experience. So Caroline's also going to come in and help you with that. So she will explain to you a way of getting in there that will suit you so that you don't feel like you're being forced or you're not understanding. It'll be done very simply, we promise. So really all you have to do today is that when we come in and we begin, all you got to do is a little bit of breathing. We'll give you time to do that. We'll give you time to sit quietly. Because we're both empathic and both channels, we will feel when everybody is in their space and at peace, ready to go. Hence why we're not going to rush you. We will take our time and we will wait to make sure that you're comfortable. And then all you have to do really is just, we're going to play a bit of music. You will hear light language from the both of us in and out as we go through the process, because we're going to also channel in some energy to help you, one, to open your heart space and to help you to connect to the energy itself. This whole space has been protected, but we're going to do another prayer that was been given to me by Dairy Fair Andrew Kute, speaker, the gentleman who just come up in my messenger. How bizarre is that? I just said his name and he comes straight up in front of me on Messenger. So I'm going to use the one that he gave me because it covers a bit of everything and it's actually really good for that. So I will be doing that beforehand very shortly. And yeah, all you gotta do is be comfy and just sit and relax and surrender and allow it to happen. It will go roughly 20 minutes or so. I have got something on to remind us not to go for 2 hours because it does happen, and it's
Yeah,
too long.
and
It's too long. So
people, can you see? Can you actually? I'm just going to ask a few people if this is too loud or not. Just let me know if it is the right volume.
Sonia said it's fine. We don't want it too loud, especially if they've got earphones on. It can be a bit irritating if we have it full on.
Yeah. So that
Okay.
was basically 3/4. So we'll just let me know if that was too loud, and I will hush it down a little bit because it's more important that you tune into the vibrations of what is happening rather than the music. So you just go with the waves. It's like riding a wave. It's like feeling that warmth that you're getting from the peaceful state that you're in with the meditation. It's about sitting on top of the water and just riding the waves. It's about going in between the vibrations and feeling things out. So yeah.
Yep, no pressure. It's about you just being here. That's all that really matters.
Headphones, yes, absolutely. It doesn't matter if you don't have headphones, Tina, but it just makes it just, for me anyway, I don't know about anybody else, but headphones are something that brings me more into that state. I just find it a little bit easier sometimes.
It helps cut out that outside noise and things like that
Yeah,
too. So you're just in the place where you're at peace.
yeah. So, guys, we're just going to give you a couple of minutes to go make yourselves all comfortable. And please, by all means, join us, tag people if you like, do whatever you need to do. Um, yeah, I don't know why. Can anybody else hear feedback when I speak? Just let me know if anybody else can hear that, or is it just me? It's only very slight, but it's annoying. Me and the dog are on the couch already.
I don't sleep behind me.
Here's feedback. Is it
Okay.
loud, Jill? I'm trying to keep my voice down to a hush.
Mm.
Can you still hear me if I whisper? Can you hear me?
There's not much we can do with it, I suppose.
Mm.
No, that happens sometimes. So what I'm going to do, while everyone's getting organised, getting comfortable, figure out if their earphones are working, they're like mine, generally they don't. I'm going to do that protection prayer, and then we'll come back and have a chat.
Are you going to do the protection prayer for everybody?
For everybody. I think that'll be
Yes.
nice, and that'll give
Yes.
them time to have space. As the prayer comes in, that'll start some of the energy and bring in, as I call, the holy. So.
Hang on 2 secs.
As I open up to higher frequencies, true source, light, and higher realms, any forms of information, codes, light language, and channeled information and messages will be checked, approved, and filtered through my higher self and through all my loving divine team of guides. Any information will be for the highest good without any harm to myself and other living beings. Any false light, false information, and not of source will be dissolved and evaporated immediately. I set this decree with my sovereign light, my higher self, and my loving guides. As my light, frequency, vibration rises, increases, and opens up, I now ask my divine team of guides, and only my divine team, to create a sphere of protection around my body and fields, around my loved ones, my home, and everything within, and all those who have joined our live today. I ask my higher self and my divine team to fill it with true source light and nothing less of. Protect me and keep us all safe from any forms of negativity, anything as malevolent beings, and any dark energy across all space and time. I ask my higher self and my divine team of guides, Archangels Michael, Metatron, Gabriel, and Raphael, to surround my sphere of protection with a cloak of invisibility to keep myself, my loved ones, my home, and everything within, and our live and all those who have joined us today, invisible from any beings or entities that are from false light or have any hidden agenda. I maintain my sovereignty, and I stay connected and aligned with my soul to Source God Creator at all times. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And so it is.
Okay, starting a timer.
I'm just going to turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the music on a little bit. Just let me know if this is enough for you, Mirantha. Hang on 2 seconds. Is that enough for you to talk for the moment?
Yeah, that's plenty. You can turn it up as we go anyway.
Right.
They'll be able to hear me. So, as the energy is already entering and they've already come, I felt them coming as we were doing a protection. You'll hear myself and maybe Caroline talk quietly as we call on the rest of those that will come today, the holy ones, the guardians, those of the Christ light and the God energy. So 12D Christ energy will be entering today and above. From there is no polarity, there is only light, and there is only love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin by asking that everyone take their first breath. And as they do, I'll count you in and ask you to hold. So please close your eyes. You are in a safe place. We have got you now. Take your first in breath, please. In. Hold. And release. The reason we're asking you to do breathing is so that you can help to release the physical body into surrender. Take another one for me, please. In. Hold. And release. As you release the out-breath, let go of any fears, worries, any doubts. Open your heart and just surrender. Surrender to the love that's coming for you today. And another breath, please. In. And hold. And release. And just breathe normally. I'm going to give a bit of time for those who have not meditated before and just need a little bit longer. Keep breathing slowly. And just relax the body. Try and relax the mind. If your thoughts are running and you're hearing anything running through your mind at the moment, that's fine. Just let it run. We fight nothing. We just surrender. Come, Holy Ones, come. Come, the Guardians of the Christ Light. Come, those that control the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come, the angels, archangels of the light only. Keep breathing nice and slow. In and out. Just waiting for a few to let go again. Keep breathing.
I can see
You're in
you.
a safe place.
I can see you. Keep coming in.
There we go. Energy starting to wind down now. Wonderful. Keep breathing. Enjoy. Listen to the music. Activate light now. Kotana mahana yeshukata mahana uriana me te. Maharia moriana shana hikia hana. Yohoma hania sharana moria kete. Imahane kiana yanoshia mo kananehea. Just ask for more light to come. Come. Nice. Your heart. Let the light in, let the love in for you. Nice, thank you. Keep breathing nice and slow. Amahne kia hoala shiana mo karinayana tia mo hanayana. Inahina kaya na tashaya. Imahane kia ura marananashi. Inanahia. Manamahane kita nahai. I'll ask for those with any fear and worries today that be released for you. Mahania katea shanayara. Una makote nahia dynamona yanania sharate.
Each one of you has a bubble of white light around you. Each one of you is protected. Please feel free to just engage in that void of nothingness. And it's okay to separate from your body because you have that silver cord that is always attached. You'll never lose yourself. You are protected.
Wandia katia sharo. Imata de moina niarara. Ika hanya tishia. O hanya ni maya nariate. Kuna nahea shana mai. Ina nake tarina. Kia no mora na maya natia. So I picked up a couple of people with some issues to do with something they're not dealing with at the moment. They're finding quite overwhelming. So I'm going to ask you to do, as you hear us do our light language and bring in more light, more energy, and we calm you down. I want you to hand over your worries today, and I want you to give them here so that I can take them out for you. I will take them to the God consciousness so that you can have relief for a few minutes and not have to worry about what you are struggling with. I will call as I do so. You will hear me say give. I mahane ki arana. O hanea ahitia mo khashina e. Kena ni mora hanaya o ni shianaya. Kena ate I kata mo hana ina. Aria mo khashina hai. Okay, as I open up the energy to bring it in so that you can give that. Give now. Give the worry. I want you to run it through you. I want you to think about what it is. I want you to allow whatever emotion comes through with that. Whether it's fear, anger, you feel very emotional and want to release it through tears. I want you to do so. I'm going to take hold of that and I'm going to send it away. Today is the day you get a chance to not have to sit with it. Okay, hand it over. Give. Wanamananti kahanishiaha. Inaboria makatenahia. Inamoria nakatai haina ishana mo ane. The holy ones come. Take the burden. Thank you. Inamahanakia. Inauria mahanashe. Munimaya norimaya Ahanea koanaita na keta nai mai nai natia. Irwururia mara nai nasham. Got you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to take it away. Nakia nai mora haitaya na shaya neki. Inakot na haya muona ni nari kishishiana. Thank you. For those that are connected to Mary Magdalena Holy Energy, she's come for you to release your burdens. Thank you, Mary. Shishya Mahakatya Wanahaya Nakota Nameshi Inamoria Kata Hayanania Shishya Sorry, Caroline, it will affect the sound because your energy is strong.
Allow release.
Ya hana kia. Ina mo hana hiarana. Qadadana shishira kana makadana haya. Kina na haya ya hawa ana shia hana etia. Hana kaya taya mo na na tia shishia. Ina na mai na ina na kaya na haya rana. Ina ya nuru na hana ya na mai na ya na ya na. Ina ni na ina na nuru na ina 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 ina. Ina ya mo ya na ya ya ya. Ina mo hana kaya taya shia. Mana kata tadi nama mana ada. Kita sama hane. Kau ni lah hai nama ni nak kata nak cici nak kau ni nama ni nama ni nama cici. Hai na hi nama ni na ni apa hai na dia na siapa kau na hi na hi nama ni na ti kasih na ni ada. Mai na hi na hi na mai na hi hai mai isu na ni ni. Hai nama hai hai na hi hai.
Those of you who may feel like you're alone, I want you to know that Archangel Michael is here, is standing right with you all. If you're struggling with it, please hand it over to him. See. Protection is being taken and transmuted for the highest good of all.
Ana kia hai ko ni ma shi ana mo kan na hai na ga te te ma ka na ya na ni sha ni na ni na te ko na ni ma na ni sha ni na kyo na e ta ne i ne na ya mo ara na ke te ni na ko sha na te na ma hi na ko na hi ta na hi ma na ya ko na na shi 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 na ke ya Thì có nó hỗ trợ có là một nên là đi tìm bài ở đó ya just took something away for somebody. Out it went. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Know that you are always protected. Know that if your mind is overactive, it is overactive for a reason. When you come home, in the bed, so the light and on, what it is, acceptance of self. Brings peace. Feel the sun, feel the warmth, it's beautiful. Just feel your energy lifting. You are unique. You are not part of a beautiful. You have free will. God bless. Be at peace with yourself. Your spiritual team are around you. At the moment, I'm seeing angels lifting negativity from this circle. She's taking control of it. She wants to take it. Forgive it. You have perfect to hear as well. each one of you. Just filters through each layer. Of the searches. If you feel you need to work through something, you will search.
So I'm going to bring you out of those that have already come out, that's fine, but all we ask that you take a little breath in, nice and slow, release when you're ready. And I want you to come out in your own time, don't rush. You've been in a very high vibrational energy today and frequency. Some of you may have gone deeper than others, so it might take a little longer to come back out into reality. So just breathe very slowly and allow yourself to come out when you're ready. No rush. And as you come out, I want you to focus on your own sovereignty. So I'm going to call and close. As you do, we're going to close the circle. And I want you to come back and focus in on your own heart chakra when I do so. Just focus on you and only you. It's called coming home to sovereignty. Any energetic ties, bonds, energies, etc. that may have been created today consciously or unconsciously, I now dissolve and ask that everyone come back into their own complete and utter sovereignty. So focus on your heart, draw your energy into your own self, Bring all your own energy home. I'm going to dissolve any connections here today so that nothing stays. Must come home. Again, any energetic ties, bonds, seals, or the energies, etc., that may have been created here consciously or unconsciously, are now dissolve and ask that everyone go and come back into complete and utter sovereignty. Again, focusing on your heart, coming into your own self, and dissolving and disconnecting from one another. Thank you.
Just gently feel your body, guys. Gently open your eyes. It's not a space that you come out of very quickly. And when you're ready, you can just let us know how you all went with that. And we'll watch the comments as they feed through. Just let us know where you went, how you felt, whether you felt any healing or any archangels nearby you. Beautiful, Sonia. That's wonderful, Carrie. It is
That's
going to
the
be
whole idea. Yeah, that's the whole idea.
It might be a bit difficult for the next half an hour, but please take it easy on yourselves and just feel that relaxation, feel that peace that you've got at the moment. It doesn't come around too often in our hectic worlds.
No, it does not.
No.
Yeah, Mary came through. So I knew it was what would be for everybody, but I'd say one or two would have felt the need for her. So.
I actually did see her before you even said anything about that. I thought, oh, okay, so she's coming with the archangels, and there she is sitting there just looking like her beautiful self.
Yeah. Oh, true.
So he was getting married. So crazy. I was queen and he was a king. It was so beautiful. Sounds lovely, Kathy.
Probably
Pleased.
merging your male and feminine self.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary definitely came through. So there was a few that she was present for sure.
And for those of you who did miss the meditation, don't forget that the energy will always stay in this meditation on this live. So you can repeat it, you can go back and do it again.
That's right.
And just know that you will also be protected as well.
Yep, for sure. I left you a message too, Caroline. Oh, you felt Mary too. She was everywhere by looks of it. Nice. Lovely. Like that. Yes. Oopsie. Nice.
Somebody's playing with your ear, Jill.
Having a tickle.
Karen, it felt really relaxing and calm. Thank you both for doing this. Saw golden light
Yes.
shining on us all.
Yeah. Well,
I
grounding
actually,
golden light. So I think you do too, don't you, Caroline? Yeah, you work with golden light as
yeah,
well.
I
Yeah.
did, but I also got a lot of purple. Like there was just a
Right.
massive amount of purple flame there. Purple, just I don't know. It was like filtering through the gold. It was just beautiful. I mean, I do a lot of handwork.
Yeah.
Call it. Um, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's just blending the two, blending all of the energies together.
Yeah. I love it. It will take a while, Sonia, to come out completely because we've taken to a very high vibrational place.
Mm-hmm.
12 above, darling. So you might even feel like you need a nanny nap, or you just might feel in that zone all day. That's perfectly fine. That happens quite often. Um, so you just enjoy it. Just go with it. If you need a nap, have a nap. But you might feel that very calm, very focused, um, peaceful feeling. You know what I mean? So
Feeling relaxed. Oh, good on you, Brianna. That's what I wanted to hear from you.
yep,
I felt like I was being helped like a child. Good, Tina.
beautiful. Yeah, the purple flame would have come in the beginning, Carly, to cleanse and protect. So anyone that comes in with any ill will or ill intent or negativity, if they've been triggered, because the light will trigger them, that's the way that it dissolves it. It dissolves it peacefully by bringing in the violet flame. So it just helps everybody and everything, clears out everything, clears out your aura, you, any energy coming in and out, just keeps us all safe. You know what I mean? Still moving. Did you do light language, Karen? It's probably activated gosh knows what. It'll happen all day. I'll be in and out. I'll get light language all day today because I've been
Yeah,
in that frequency of, you know what I mean? So
I was given such a gift today. Source reminded me why he had me come back and had to restore my end. My ears were ringing, even the earbuds. Purple is all I've seen, and I was doing the handwork. I felt so much
beautiful. Yeah,
energy. It's lovely. Can you?
nice. Well, the vibration when the guardians that come in, they will do activations, they will do codes, they'll do downloads, they'll do whatever you need. See, this is the thing. We're just putting you into um, a peaceful, loving place for whatever you need will happen in the moment. So if it's a clearing, it'll be a clearing. If it's a download or an activation for your gifts or to release some emotions, any negativity, it'll do that. But that's why I say you have to be in surrender to receive it so that that does happen. That's all that's required of you when we do these. Just be open. That's all you got to do, and just enjoy it. And they will do whatever works need to be done on you at the time. We don't even have control over that. We're just the receivers. So they're in charge. They will do what's required. So yeah, many people get many different things. A lot of the time, people do get their gifts enhanced, changed, or just that tweaked a little so that they can receive and accept their abilities easier and are more at peace with. You know what I mean? Some people get a healing. Some people get they just feel more balanced emotionally, like they can release their fears and anxieties or anything within them that's not serving them for their highest good, things like that. So um, yeah, I've never found anyone not get anything that isn't beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's the whole idea. We protect the space first so that it stays that way. Healing for you today, was it, Kelly? Nice. You must need that.
And don't forget, guys, when you're in, especially with me, and I think that applies to Mirantha as well, when you're in a healing circle or you're in a meditation circle with either one of us, each one of you has a bubble of their own white light, which is connected to the whole meditation. All right. And then we surround you with the whole meditation
Yeah,
of white light. So, even though you are connected, you are still are not alone, but you are still separate.
That's right.
Peace. That's great, Sonia. See, it's getting a lot easier for you, Sonia. You did try to escape a couple of times, but I pulled you back.
Interesting.
He told me why I felt so deeply and told me I need to stop running from it. You will, Penny.
Yeah, this is the thing, when we bring light into our shadow, into what we hold or don't wish to deal with, emotionally or otherwise, we do have to go in and face whatever that one will be, whether it's positive or something that makes us uncomfortable. That's what it's all about. That's where the light will shine and will be activated for you, is deep within anything that you're holding on to, or any trauma or any emotional imbalance that you need to face, or you need to sit with and live with, and learn to live with yourself, learn to live with that part of you. It's either way, you know what I mean? And that's where the light will grow. That's where the love of yourself will begin, the self-worth. Is that we got to face those parts of ourselves that we kind of hide a little bit, or we don't want people to see in us because we feel we may be faulted or failure.
Yeah.
That's where we got to go in and sit. We find ourselves in there. It's not all the love and light stuff. That quite often that can be denial. A lot of the time we're gonna, even in this, what we do in our meditations may trigger. It'll trigger the part of you, but not in a bad way. It'll trigger that part of you that you need to face. So if you have a fear, or you have something emotional you're holding onto that's making you feel imbalanced or anything like that, or then these meditations are great for that. They will take you deep down into that dark shadow. And dark isn't bad. I keep telling people, for goodness sake, dark just means the parts of you that are hidden. All right. Sometimes they will come up in amongst these environments and these meditations to show you what it is that you need to work on and what you need to face. And by facing anything, whether you like it or not, by facing is where you truly, truly find your worth. You'll learn to live with yourself as you are. You don't have to release and get rid of everything. This is the falseness of it. You don't have to become perfect. You just have to learn to live with who you are. Live with and love yourself there. Love all your burdens, love all your fears, love all your traumas, love all the parts that you felt might have failed. Doesn't mean they are failure. That they will be the indication of what you need to face. And in there you'll learn so much about how to cope, how to understand yourself better, how to understand other people and things like that. It's only our refusal of facing ourselves that holds us back. You know what I mean? Only a refusal. So we do find joy and strength in there. Dark coffee is good. Dark coffee is wonderful. With milk and a bit of honey.
Yeah.
So,
The green snake reminded me of my envy.
okay. Well, see, there's nothing wrong with envy, Angelita. You know what envy can do? This is where people bypass. Don't bypass your feelings. Envy, it can be a good thing. It can show you that part of you that wishes you were like that. So if you have envy of another, or their abilities, or who they are, or anything, whatever it is, find what is in that envy. Find what's in there that you can work with. You can go, okay, if I'm envious of, therefore that means I must really want a love of or wish to be that. So then now I can work towards that myself. So there's no bad. There's no bad. It's how you see it. And don't sabotage yourself by feeling that way. Don't deny it. Just go, okay, I feel envious. Love you. Have a good day. I feel envious, so therefore there might be something that person has. Hubby going to golf. There's something that person might have that I love, so therefore let me work towards that with my envy. So I'm going to take my envy in there, which is into your shadow, into that part of you don't really like. I'm going to take my envy in with me, and I'm going to look at them and I go, okay, if it's something spiritual, Angelia, if it's a gift that someone has or an ability and you wish you were like that, take your envy in there. I'm going to take my envy and my jealousy with me, and I'm going to learn from them of how it is possible to be done, how it is possible to work my way towards to be better and be where they are. Love it, enjoy it. So you don't deny nothing. Denying is bypassing. This is the problem. People, and I know why people do it, because they wish more for themselves. That's all. They don't mean to, but it is a bypassing. So the more you learn to work with what you've got, no matter what it is, I said envy's not a bad thing. envy can work for you. As long as it's done in a positive situation where, like I said, you can use it to better yourself. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
right. And, when you work with that envy, you're actually learning to tame it so that it's
absolutely.
under
Yeah.
instruction from you, not the other way around.
It doesn't control you. See, this is the thing. We're learning not to let our emotions control us. We must be the leader of. We must learn to use all of we have in order to better ourselves. So don't blame another if you have a problem. If that comes up, if you get triggered like that, if you feel that um, if someone triggers you in a way, which will happen a lot with us light workers, all right, we will trigger things in you, good or otherwise, to show who you truly are. All right. So if that happens, if you get triggered and you feel that way, well then figure out what is it within you that is creating that response. All right. So if it's something in the way of pick anything, pick an emotion. If you find that it's an imbalanced emotion, where you feel that others are making you feel victimized. So you feel like a bit of a victim, whether you're being refused, denied, separated from, kept away from. Well, rather than blaming others and looking outside of you, have a look as why that is happening. What is it about you that you're not facing that's creating that? It all matters. It all matters about who are you.
Yeah.
And don't sabotage and don't feel bad about it. Have a look at it. Even if you just have a look at it, you're then going to see the lesson in there. Just the fact to be aware of something in a moment is learning the lesson. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes just being aware of your fault, of how you're feeling or seeing things that isn't correct by what is outside of you, what the projection outside of you is.
That's right. And there's a lot of
Let
people
go of
that
that.
don't get that. There's a lot of
No, they
people out
don't.
there
They
that don't
blame.
understand that.
No, they go into victim mentality, and it's it's everyone else's fault. I'm going, well, I'm sorry. What is it within you that's creating people to shut you down and not want to be around you? Figure it out. Find out. Fix it. So therefore, people will be drawn back to you. People will want to be around you. People will want to be with you. It's not. And even if it is an outside thing, still figure out what it is within you that is holding on to something that's creating that. There'll be something. We all have it. None of us are exempt. None of us are better than. We are all on the same path for the same reason. That's why we're here. Even us guardians and light workers and that jazz, we are still doing exactly the same work as those who are trying. We are not exempt, baby. I can assure, mate. Don't
No,
even get Caroline started or me. We are not exempt. Don't think we're exempt. We just understand a little more. That's all, because of the path we're walking.
yeah.
We may be just a little ahead of you in an understanding, and it's up to you whether you take that information from us. You know what I mean? You either accept it or you don't accept it. Depends where you're at. You may not be ready to. It all comes down to self. Comes down to who are you. So, and don't expect to be perfect all the time. There's a lot of shit that comes out of all of us at all times for all reasons, and that's okay too. We're just dealing.
Well,
We're just dealing.
I have a beautiful saying that I've used for many years now, and we are all imperfectly perfect,
Exactly.
exactly the
Exactly.
way we're supposed to be. It's just
Yep.
not wrong or right. It's just the way it is.
It is, that's right. And through your failure, you can find fabulous results. You can become more than you've ever been before. So look at it all as valuable. Don't deny any of it, even when it feels like crap and you don't like it. Well, ride the wave. Ride the wave until you find out what is it you're meant to learn here and how you can better yourself, make
Yeah.
yourself feel better, see the world better, see the world as projection. How you
Yes.
see the world is going to be a projection in your life. So if your life's a bit chaotic and a bit rock and roll, well, then go in and find out why.
Hmm.
That's
And
right. It can be a reward. Exactly, Lockie. Sorry, go on.
yeah, yeah. The other thing too is if you can look at somebody else and see yourself in what they're saying. You look at somebody else and see what it is. Is there a reflection for you? Is there a trigger happening for you? And if the trigger is happening, kind of look at what they're saying, and work on it, because they are a part of who you are.
Yep.
And sometimes I've taken a lot to doing this lately. I watch people, and when I'm watching them, I think to myself, oh, that's a part of me. Well, I'm not real sure why that's triggering me. Let's go into this a little bit deeper. So that is, my mirror work. That is me working with a part of myself that I'm not necessarily in check with.
Yeah, and quite often that trigger can be as simple as they will trigger an environment. So
Yeah.
they'll get triggered by you, and then the environment will create a trigger. And quite often that trigger for yourself personally, especially if you're empath and do the work we do, quite often it can be about self-worth. How much are you willing to put up with? How much
Mm.
self-worth are you lacking? Are you willing to set boundaries? Are you willing to protect yourself in a way with that self-worth to say, no, I'm sorry, that is not something that I will allow anymore. Because quite often as empaths, we can be too
Yeah.
soft and we can give way too much and put up with too much for too long rather than going that's enough. So quite often our triggers are everything and some. So quite often it's, are you giving too much here? Are you putting up with too much here? Are you giving too much of your own energy even? Or are you sitting there and allowing something to come in and enter and take from you when it doesn't understand it actually is doing that? And how many times do you have to explain that to somebody? There's got to be
Never.
times you've got to set a boundary. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Never
Exactly. So
give.
there's the self-worth. That's right.
Yeah. Never give at the expense of yourself.
Never,
Never,
never.
never give at the
No,
expense of yourself. And by
no.
that, I mean, don't put somebody else, well, it's a little bit harder with children, but there are boundaries included in that.
Yes,
But never give to somebody else that you can give to yourself first. You
that's right.
must give to yourself first. So not ever at the expense of yourself.
No. So trust me, if we've set a boundary, it's because of our self-worth and realizing that it will be at the expense of our energy. So therefore, it has to happen that way. It's just how it is, peoples. Yeah, it's got to be done. Otherwise, what happens, Lockie, is that you find if you can still be beautiful, but if that thing where it goes too far, where you're too nice, what can
Yes.
happen is that you find you start depleting yourself. Then you allow them to do more to you. So therefore, you're not looking after yourself all the time. And
Mm.
when you get to that point where you are depleted because of their over need constantly, what will happen is that you'll find that you can't do your work very well because they've emptied you out. And it's not even their fault because you've allowed that to happen. You're allowed it to be the giver. There's a
Mm.
giver to a point. You know what I mean? You don't have to be cold and nasty, but there are times when boundaries and I say that self-worth, that knowing when enough
That's
is
it.
enough. If they're not willing to do the work, Lockie, or they're not willing to even admit that the work needs to be done, there's no more you can do. You can't force people to change. You can't force
No.
people to believe in everything or have an expectation of them. Once the boundary is needed, the boundary must be set.
Yeah.
And they might look back in 12 months and go, oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter when they figure it out, or if at all, with no expectation of the result of what you either give or don't give. You have to learn to go, I will give to a point, and then I'm not to expect anything out of that.
Exactly.
So if it's
And
done, it's done, and you say so.
they will learn at their own pace. They will learn in their own time, and you are that reminder.
Yep,
Whoever you are talking to people, you are the reminder. You are showing them that there is another way to look at something, and if they don't take it on board now, they're not meant to take it on board now.
yep,
You can only keep saying, certain things. That's
yep.
what we as readers do sometimes too. We give the same messages, but just in different ways until one day they'll go, oh my God, is that what they meant? So, you can only give, but please, not at the expense of yourself.
Never at the expense of yourself. And people will expect it. Trust me. They never know when the line's done. You know what I mean? So therefore, it's becoming strong empath in a way where you never ever. But this was one of my faults, mate. You've seen me over the last 12 months give way too much. It goes on for the point where you realize one day that you are empty and you don't feel so good, and then you have trouble getting into your team and things like that. So yeah, little red flags you got to keep an eye on. That's all. And they will balk and they will get upset and
Yeah.
they will blame you and they will go into a victim mentality. But you know what? That's got nothing to do with you. That's where they're at. So you just accept it. As I say, you accept it no matter what. It's not easy because it can affect you. If you're not strong, it can make you feel guilty and all that jazz. If that does happen, you just let it run its wave. So if you struggle or that comes at you and you're not handling it well then just understand you're not, and let the wave run through until such time as that's finished, and then you come back into your sovereignty and come back into you. So it's what it is. You can't please everybody, and like I said, once they go into blame game, well, then there's not much more you can do anyway. So it is what it is.
Well, you can always call them back on it. You can always just, sometimes we're getting a little bit off subject here, but sometimes it's important that, people be reminded of what they're saying. And the only way to do that is to say to them, not quite sure I understand what you mean. Would you care to explain that a little bit to me? Or you just simply, do you realize what you're saying has a triggering effect on me? Or just, there's lots of ways to call it into their present moment to tell them what they're doing.
Yep. And there's times that you just got to accept that it doesn't. You know what I mean? Not, as Caroline said, not everyone's ready to hear things about themselves. This is the hard part with people don't understand we're doing their shadow work. You are going to be triggered. You are going to see parts of yourself you didn't know were there. And it's going to be very uncomfortable and confronting. And you're not going to like it. But just know that once it's activated and once you learn to deal with it and you realize that, so much peace can come from it. You won't feel so sabotagey and so out of sorts. You will have an actual understanding of unconditional love about yourself. But it takes a lot to get there. So yeah, it's not easy. What we do is not easy, people. It's not easy. People think it's just we just pull it out of a hat and it's just so wonderful for us. Oh gosh, no, we're working all the time, 24/7, 24/7 on
Which
ourselves.
Is why it's always so difficult to sleep too.
It is very hard to sleep at times. I got really good. I got magnesium and something to help me sleep, so that's been really handy.
Yeah, well, I've got magnesium. I had a super strength one, but there was a vitamin in there that was affecting one part of my body, so I had to stop taking it.
Oh, true. Yeah, they can do that. That one part of your body can be not very comfortable. It's a naughty little bugger.
No, exactly.
It can do that. But anyway.
Yes. All right. Okay, guys. Mirantha, thank you so much for being here with me today, and thank you for leading the meditation. Hopefully we will do this again.
Yes. No whatsoever.
So people, please be gentle on yourself for the rest of today, wherever you are in this world. I don't know whether you are.
Water.
Yeah, if you are going to bed, great. If you're going to have the rest of your day, like here it is, 2:00 in the afternoon. So just be gentle on yourselves and just feel things around you. Just sit. Watch a movie. Go outside. Watch the stars. Watch the clouds move around. Yep. Watch the spaceships move in between each cloud. Sorry, that was just I had to.
Don't get me started. The buggers have been busy lately. I'm like, stop it, I'm trying to sleep.
Chia seeds. Okay. All right. I'll remember that, Brooke. I'll remember that.
What was it? Chia seeds.
Chia seeds are good for magnesium. Okay. All right. Okay, people. So love and light to you all.
Thank you so
much. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are. Blessed to you all. All right. Love and light. Bye-bye.
Bye.